Annie, there's a couple of key things going on here, right? Just paint the picture, though, because I think people are so fascinated, at least in part, because we're all speculating about who will replace Larry Fink, what happens next. Is this seen as a sort of a piece of that puzzle?
Yeah, that's right. It's a big question who will replace Larry Fink, who's 66 now, once he leaves the firm. And for a long time, you've seen this stable of different potential successors, some of whom are in play in this leadership reshuffle that we're seeing today.
Annie, how much of the leadership changes that we've seen today reflect the actual challenges that BlackRock is going through?
BlackRock's, like many asset managers, is facing this question of how to expand globally. So a lot of the changes that we see today are in keeping with that theme. So you've seen, for example, the firm making sure that its institutional client businesses will report to regional leaders. So that includes Geraldine Buckingham, Mark McComb, Rachel Lord. And that's one pillar in their effort to serve clients globally.
Is there something ironic, Annie, in the fact that BlackRock sort of helped pioneer the move to the low-cost investing that is really hurting the wealth industry at the moment, and yet even it looks like it needs to cut costs? It announced layoffs not too long ago. Is it also feeling as though it needs to realign a little bit?
This is a theme that we've seen across the asset management industry, this fee war, especially for index products, which make up more than 2/3 of BlackRock's assets under management. So they're absolutely feeling some of the pressure on fees that they and others in the industry are seeing. So one other piece of the leadership reshuffling from today is bulking up the alternatives business, which is typically a higher fee kind of piece of the business. And that's been a big effort for BlackRock expansion-wise in recent years.
So who's in the running to replace Larry Fink, and have they been shuffled around this time around too?
Mark McComb is one name that came up today. Mark McComb has this new role as Chief Client Officer that was newly created, but there have been other major names floated. Mark Weidman is another person we've seen. His role was expanded a bit today to include Latin America oversight, but earlier this year he took on this expanded international strategy role, and those two, among others, have been floated out there as potential successors to Larry Fink.